Hello, welcome speed gaming viewers. I'm August 40th. Welcome to the Diablo 1 PvP Champions. Anyone not know what's going on? Because this is a pretty brand spanking new, especially here on Speed Gaming. Every month there is planned to be a bracket where a challenger will arrive to challenge the reigning champion. And this month, not much of a bracket going on. So we have Constantine dueling off against the admin of the Diablo 1 Discord. And we'll be seeing what's good to go. We are going to do a first of to 7. So potentially 13 matches. We'll see what's going on. Matches tend to last around 1 to 5 minutes. As you see, GainTrain is here in level 1, has cleared out a bunch of the area. If you were here a few minutes ago on the waiting screen, we had him kind of go around shooting off, killing all the enemies. Of course, we don't want enemies to interfere against these duelers. If you got any questions, let me know here on Speed Gaming chat. The racers are gonna warm up with about 3 matches, and then we're gonna start our championship duel. Good question in chat. What are the rules? What's the gear and the levels? So this is technically the minor league. If you want to join the Discord, feel free to do that, and you can enter the minor league with any character up to level 40. The major league is gonna be up to 50, the max. But both these racers are level 40. I believe actually level 39 versus level 40. Other than that, you have to get your items and level your character up legitimately, make a legitimate playthrough through the game. There are plenty of cheaty implementations where you can get godlike items and gear, and we say no to that stuff. Don't believe leveling all the way up to 50 is as challenging. Of course, you have to increase the difficulty level. If you're just playing on normal, it's gonna take nearly a lifetime to do. As we see, GainTrain is a rogue, one of the 3 classes available in Diablo 1. Constantine, the warrior class. No sorcerers. So GainTrain is maximally effective with the bow. Has a pretty good piece of mail right there. I'm not sure what the armor is exactly on that. Constantine going with a 2-handed maul, opting not to use any shields. Both stocked up on rejuvenation potions. Looks like they've increased their character to be able to do a little bit of magic ability. So they are able to cast a little bit of magical spells and whatnot. But we are still in the warm-up phase. We see GainTrain right there casting Mana Shield, that golden ball hovering above their head. Instead of taking damage to their health container, they take damage to their mana counter. The blue bubble on the right-hand side, as opposed to the red health bubble on the left. And they're both teleporting around. Ooh, very nice. Constantine winning that warm-up match, casting a Spell of Resurrect. So it's kind of a nice advantage with that mana shield, to be able to kind of give you a barrier between your health. The rogue and the sorcerer don't have a lot of hit points, even when your vitality attribute is maxed out. They don't have a lot of hit points, so mana shield can be very beneficial. As you saw there, before they started fighting, they wait until the guardian, that dragon, dissipates. We see Constantine managed to get GainTrain's mana shield off. So GainTrain went on the defensive, teleporting away in order to cast mana shield. Now in Diablo 1, you have a couple hotkeys to your advantage, as you see on the bottom. The rejuvenation pots are numbered 1 through 9. Those are actually hotkeyed to your keyboard buttons, 1 through 9, as Constantine taking down GainTrain again. Very nice. So they'll give each other time to reset. Unfortunately, if you want the playback, we have a little bit of Twitch delay there over on the right-hand side. So in case you missed the action on the left, shift your attention over there to the right-hand side. GainTrain going back to town. Gonna get a free heal from Pepin. And actually, I believe they are about to start the match for realsies. Warm-ups are over. And in the warm-up phase, Constantine, the challenger, up 2-1. Well, warm-ups don't count. Now we're going up to we're going up to the first to 7 wins.
What ails you, my friend?
What ails us, chat? Pepin is here to cure you for free. There are other mods of Diablo 1, because this is a 1996 video game. In 2020, there are mods that make it a bit more challenging. Pepin doesn't give you free heals. Things are more expensive. Enemies are harder. The one I'm thinking of in particular is the Crucible mod.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
But anyone who's wants to get into Diablo 1 or maybe revisit Diablo 1 from your childhood or early adulthood, it is available at GOG.com. I think that's Good Old Games. And that's available for about, I think, $8 or $9, 10 at the most, but a very reasonable price, and it even includes the Hellfire expansion, which includes one new class with a little addition of a text file, a .txt file. You can add beta classes, the what is it, the Bard and the Barbarian. So there's tons of vitality here in Diablo 1 in 2020. So our duelers are still readying up. They got plenty of gold at their disposal.
What ails you, my friend?
Need some mana pots. They need some potions of full rejuvenation. I assume they will be making their way back down to the dungeon in just a hot second. Another minute or two. GainTrain going down to hell. I think that's a little bit of muscle memory. Or no, that's to reset Pepin. Never mind. Unfortunately, Pepin runs out of stuff. Adria the Witch does not run out of mana potions and whatnot. Pepin doesn't run out of healing potions, but GainTrain is on the full rejuvenation bandwagon.
I have no room.
So we have GainTrain making his way back to the fighting area.
I have no room.
Constantine there as well. Looks like they are gonna get. Ooh, and Constantine is showing off some gear. Got Dragon's Ring of the Zodiac. That's an amazing ring. Dragon's Amulet of Wizardry, Obsidian Mail of Harmony, fastest hit recovery. That's gonna be good. Massive Bow of Swiftness. Got Ruby Helm of the Whale. Wow, that's amazing gear. Didn't quite get a look at Constantine's gear. But they have been hunting and treasure hunting very well. Looks like our restreamer is capturing the sync, and we got it back. And game on. GainTrain playing a bit defensively. Constantine with less magical ability due to his character class can't be spamming that teleport quite as frequently. So Constantine really just needs to get close and start whacking away. If GainTrain can get away, though, no good. Gets a whack in. But as you see, one teleport from GainTrain with the Rogue takes very little of their total mana away. As opposed to a whack by Constantine, takes a whole big chunk. On the other hand, when Constantine teleports, it takes a bigger chunk because they have less total mana. But they do have greater hit points. As you see there, GainTrain ran out really low on health. If Constantine had been able just to get another little hit off, that would have been it. But now with Mana Shield cast... Oh, there we go, though. Living on the wild side. Just needed to get that Mana Shield down and had very close to 0 hit points. So we got a point for Constantine. Giving GainTrain a time to refuel up. Cast a healing spell. Takes, again, very little mana away. And looks like our duelers are ready. Doing a little in-game chatting. And setting up the Guardian spell that acts as our timer when the Guardian dissipates. Duel is on. In addition to the hotkeys for the belt that they have down there, 1 through 9, you can set spells and scrolls to 4, I believe, hotkeys, F5 through 8. So that can be very useful. This is a point and click. This is a keyboard and mouse game.
Not enough mana.
And out of Mana Shield, gets it back. Constantine is proving lethal with that Maul. If anyone managed to clip or get a screenshot of any of Constantine's gear, let me know what kind of Maul that is, because it is really making quick work of that Mana Shield. Oh, and getting low in mana again. Has to be careful at this point. If he teleports too quickly, that was pretty dangerous. Fortunately, the RNG gods playing in Constantine's favor. Or GainTrain's favor, rather. See, there we go. GainTrain going on the offensive, gets Constantine down. We're tied up. Maybe we're not tied up. I'm a little confused by some of the in-game banter. GainTrain picking up some of those full mana pots. Ooh, and GainTrain showing that he's got Fireball on a hotkey. Fireball is a very powerful spell. Sure hope Constantine has some fire resistance. Oh, very close. Ooh, GainTrain has to be careful. Constantine's Maul is powerful. Yeah, if GainTrain can manage to get a couple of shots off, it tends to stun your opponent. Once you once you see that your opponent's stunned, you tend not to let up. As you see there, Constantine is stun locked. Going through his belt. Can he get a hit off? Nope. That's it. That's what it takes. That's why it's dangerous. The warrior is lethal, but he can get stun locked just like that. I know I personally play with tend to play with the sorcerer, also a ranged opponent, and that's just because even enemies in the game, it's brutal. Of course, when you start getting into mods, it's even more so. I believe the Crucible mod has only been beaten once, and only by the warrior class. But anyone interested in joining us next month, join the Discord, grind up a character. It takes a couple playthroughs, and you know test your might. Yeah, hit recovery. Someone in chat pointing out harmony, as we saw GainTrain has that affects on his mail. Fast hit recovery is a great attribute to have. Oh, Constantine almost sneaking up on GainTrain there. I think if I were Constantine, I might put more stock into the phasing spell. While not completely RNG dependent, it is more of a random warping ability, and it costs much less mana to cast. And being that resources are very valuable, I'd be more tempted maybe to get blessed by the RNG gods. Oh, there's a stun lock. Going down the belt. Last one. And that's it. GainTrain up another mat. Resurrecting his good buddy, giving him a chance to restock, re-belt up. Looks like Constantine does not have enough pots to refill his belt. So we're going back to town. Got a few minutes while our players restock up. If you got any questions, now's the time to ask. Now's the time to check out those links, join the Discord.
What ails you, my friend?
I believe the score is 2-3. 3-1. Hydropower keeping on. Glad to hear it, Bloodmorn. If you're interested in revisiting some memories, an easy way to do that is GOG.com.
What ails you, my friend?
To answer a question from Richard Piano, the game always had a multiplayer function. That's what these players are, or these duelists are in right now. The multiplayer aspect of it, you can attack each other, and yeah, they are opting to whack each other instead of cooperate and take out Diablo.
What ails you, my friend?
And are we back at it? No. Almost.
What ails you, my friend? 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 What ails you, my friend?
Still stocking up. Hope no one is falling asleep. Yeah, as I see mentioning in chat, this game is very easy to hack into to get godlike weapons. So we are not trying to encourage that type of behavior. All the gear that they have is gotten legitimately by playing through the game. And honestly, having played several hundred hours of this game myself, getting good gear, it's not difficult. Getting perfect gear is, takes a while to get. Um, but you just have to play through it. As you level up, there's better gear that's available. And to address the point of duping, in the more modern versions, like the one you get on GOG.com, duping has been patched out, so it adds another layer of protection against that type of behavior. We are setting up. The Guardian spell has been cast, so when it dissipates, game on. Oh, yep. Getting close. GainTrain going on the defensive, but both runners, or racers, duelists rather, are playing pretty aggressively, and Constantine gets the stun. Getting another match underneath their belt. And if you noticed, GainTrain did not use up all his belt. Only used up 3 potions. Constantine's Maul is pretty powerful. So GainTrain's still up 3-2, but Constantine is not far away. Got a little in-game banter amongst our duelists and game on. And it looks, yeah. So if you notice now on GainTrain's screen, Constantine is showing up outside their light radius in a red shadow. That is because he can't cast infravision, but didn't make a difference. Constantine tying it up 3-3. Infravision is a very nifty little scroll, only available in scroll form in the vanilla game of Diablo, but allows you to see enemies and opponents through walls outside your light radius. It's a little easier to see on GainTrain's screen, but your character casts a certain light radius, and enemies inside light radius can see you. Enemies outside it cannot. I think that's how it works. Maybe it's the other way around. Oh, Constantine getting close and gets him. Very nice. So Constantine up 4-3. It is first 7 here in the Diablo 1 player versus player championships. Title a bit misleading. January 2020 finals. This is the one and only match of January. Not a whole lot of interest just yet. Hoping the crew here at Speed Gaming is going to put a change to that. I want to see more players, more than the 3 confirmed for next month. And the after a bracket stage of challengers, the winner of that bracket will face off against the winner of this matchup. So the winner of this matchup gets to take a break next month if they want. As the Guardian spell has been cast, as soon as it dissipates, game on. Testing each other out. Being a oh. Can he get the stun lock? Can either one of them? Oh. Oh, wow. That was intense. Both of them kind of going back and forth, but Constantine continuing on a 3 streak here. It is 5-3. And Constantine going back to town. Got to restock. So while you're waiting, if you don't have Diablo 1 still with you, go over to GOG.com. Purchase your copy. Again, it's like $8.99, $9.99 maybe. Start up your character. Well, maybe you don't have time to start up your character, but join the Diablo 1 Discord. Check out the tournament page there. Register your character for next month. Constantine back down. Constantine needs 2 wins. GainTrain needs 4. Feeling the pressure. Is GainTrain just a hustler? Is he gonna pull out all the stops? Or is Constantine the challenger gonna make a come from behind victory? Or make an underdog victory, I guess. Looks like they are ready. Yep, game on. Not Casting Guardian. GainTrain does have Infravision cast, giving them a little extra visibility. Oh, and very nice. Constantine on a winning streak. Constantine needs one more, and they will be crowned the champion of January, and will await next month for the challenger. GainTrain needs a victory here. Looks like he's might be opting for some magic. Got Chain Lightning. What's he gonna do? Fireball. Going for some firepower. Could pay off, but it does take a bit to cast. Takes a bit of a time. Let's see how much resistance. Oh, wow. Yep, GainTrain does not want it to end here. I think Constantine wants to... Oh, wow! That's it. I do believe that is it. What a game. Very nice. So with that, let's get these, duelists in here for a post-race interview. Well, that was pretty exciting. I don't know about you, but, yeah. Just a moment, folks. With this being a relatively new thing here on Speed Gaming, not sure if the Speed Gaming bot is automatically sending stuff. Oh, they are already in here. Are they? That's what the big boss man says. Oh, sorry, anyone just joining us, you'll miss the duel. But you can start a multiplayer game in Diablo 1, and instead of fighting enemies, you can attack each other. Are they still going?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello, hello, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, what's up?
Good. game.
Yeah, it was fun. I think I got pretty much wrecked there, but
Yeah, Constantine's Maul is really something. Really took your mana shield down in what, 2 or 3 hits?
yeah, it looked like it, right?
Yeah, that male harmony you got not doing the trick.
No, not so much.
We did see you arming up on that fireball spell that looked like a kind of a last ditch effort to make some ground up.
The fireball. When you see me selecting that most of the time, it's for because infravision, that spell that makes him like I don't know, is it on right now? Makes him look red. If you read the scroll with a different spell selected, it's going to cast it with that level spell. So
Oh,
that's a little trick to make it last longer. Basically, is what it does.
that's a pretty neat trick. I did not know that.
Yeah, old PvP trick.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, let's see if we get Constantine on there.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think? I mean, was it interesting to watch? Was it a good
Yeah,
match?
I know. I had fun watching it. It seems like everybody in Speed Gaming chat seemed to enjoy it.
Okay,
Anyone in Speed Gaming chat who enjoyed the duel, get your favorite emote out in there, so that our duelists after this is over can go back and see the.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And that sound means we are joined by our new champion, Constantine. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
That's
The
pretty
champion
wicked.
himself has joined.
It's a pretty wicked mall there. I didn't quite get to see what that mall is. You mind going through some of your gear maybe for us?
Yeah, okay. I buy it from Grizzle, like few weeks ago, maybe. So
Nice, couple thousand gold.
yeah, it has the nice 100% hit. So that's good.
Very nice. It got through that male harmony that GainTrain was rocking.
Mm.
But how'd you feel about the duel? Going in, were you nervous at all?
Yeah, at the first 3 games, Gain was playing really high with the phasing skill. I guess he practiced that on his own, so that paid off. But after the pause, the pot pause, the games were quick, and I think when the games are quick, I have a natural advantage maybe.
Yeah, the different classes I think really play into this. Which ones you choose, which kind of stat you're looking to increase with your items. But I'm looking forward to next month. I don't know about you yet.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping we get more people to play. You know what I mean? Like we want to. I mean, and it's still a work in progress. You know, because you can see Constantine's not even really using a shield here, and you know when I came up with the rule set, one of the things I wanted to do was make it so people could participate with the gear they found. You know what I mean, and not have this astronomical barrier where you have these guys that. Because I mean, I have enough gear where if we just did no restrictions, I mean, it would just cripple other classes. And one of the things I wanted to do was limit the armor class to make it so you didn't need all these like really rare like gold rings of the heavens and stuff like that. So when we did that and we started playing, we kind of noticed the rogue class really needs armor, and it really just kind of made the rogue, for me, harder to play. And I don't think I'm all that great at rogue. I'm decent, you know, fair enough. You saw my skills tonight. So one of the things Constantine did is he said, "Hey, let's try it without the shield," and it seemed to so far kind of balance it out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely seemed to work for Constantine tonight. But yeah, the word has gone out there. We do hope y'all join the Discord. Get Diablo 1. It's pretty available. And start playing and register your character.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, is there any other maybe questions guys have or anything I don't know, you want to guys talk about since we're here and kind of finishing up the first month of the championship? We got a whole another 11 months to go, you know?
Yeah, it didn't seem like there were a whole lot of questions other than like, how do you PvP in Diablo 1 and why since when is this a thing and just getting the seems like people aren't aware that other gamers are kind of still playing Diablo 1.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of us are. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but I mean, this was my favorite game, growing up when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, the new games are great and all, but this just, I don't know, this is just fun. And I think the PvP is really, in Diablo 1, really, really pretty well balanced and it's just an interesting, this is an interesting dynamic, you know what I mean? Where you have like the phase autoing and all this other stuff. And I think in the coming months, when I get time, maybe I'll start putting out some more guides, going over some of the basic skill sets, you know what I mean, for PvP. Hopefully that get some more interest in it. But yeah, man, it's fun, and we still do have players, and I'm hoping to hopefully, we get more players riled up and joining us for the February and March brackets, because we're just gonna keep doing this as long as people show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep showing up. Hope everybody else does. But yeah, it's super cool. I agree with your sentiments. This is one of my favorite games, and then when I found out that it was re-released on GOG like last summer, last spring, I probably like downloaded it, and I was playing for a good 7-8 hours before I had to stop and be like, oh yeah, this is what Diablo 1 does to you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a hooky game, and it is like you enjoy your playtime. It is grind most of the games, but for me it feels a bit different.
Yep. And I do know Diablo 2. We had a lot of questions, some questions in chat. When's Diablo 2 PvP? That definitely was a more popular game, certainly by sales. But I
Oh
could
yeah. I
never
mean,
get into Diablo 2.
what was the question, August?
Well, some people in chat were asking if we're gonna do any Diablo 2 PvPs on Speed Gaming. But I know I personally could never get into Diablo 2 myself. It added a couple layers of complexity that were just too much for me.
Honestly, of all the Diablo games, the one I played the most, like the absolute most, was Diablo 2 Classic, and actually Hardcore mode, if you remember that. And man, PvPing in Diablo 2 Classic Hardcore, that was fun. Because when your character died, it did not come back.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
Yeah,
Well, so there you go. There is some interest in that for that as well from folks in chat. But I think that is a pretty good showcase of what we got going on here in the Diablo 1 community. Y'all have any final thoughts on the upcoming months or the dual?
I shared with Gain that there is PvP mode, like the map. So the map, the size of the dueling space is very important too. So I think with the PvP map, the duels will be more interesting overall.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. What Constantine's referencing is there was almost like this. I don't know if you'd call it a mod or maybe even a hack, where there was like these dedicated PvP maps these guys made. I've never used them, but I mean, I'm certainly willing to, do the testing to see if we can't start implementing those, and that might add a whole nother level to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. Of course, in Diablo 1, we're kind of limited to the 4 layouts, and the catacombs certainly don't lend themselves to dueling.
Yeah, I mean, funny you mentioned that. Typically, what people do when we do PvPs, we'll either use a kind of like a, if you're looking, I don't know if you're still streaming or not, but if you look at the this kind of large square section here in the church, we'll use either that, or if you go to the final level on dungeon level 16, that northeastern quadrant in the corner there, sometimes guys use that too. But that, I mean, we were just running behind schedule, so we wanted to just find something quick and start tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hell definitely adds a layer of ambiance to it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, so I think that was very successful. Y'all will have to go back and watch the VOD, see what chat was saying. And yeah, it was fun to have you guys.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys taking interest in this. I mean, I never thought anyone would be interested in restreaming, our championship or anything like that. So I appreciate you guys doing that and helping us get the word out there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, we will end the episode here. Thanks everyone for joining. Make sure you give these guys a follow on Twitch, and I hope to see you back here next month. Tons of stuff going on here. Speed Gaming, tons of Link to the Past randomizer, Mario Brothers 3 randomizer, Final Fantasy, tons of stuff going on. Make sure you check the schedule at see what you're interested in. All right, catch y'all next month.
All right, thanks, guys.